You know that feeling, don't you? When the clock strikes 2 in the afternoon and suddenly your eyelids feel heavier than a Sunday casserole. Or maybe you finish lunch and think, if I could just close my eyes for 5 minutes. But then guilt creeps in. Napping is for kids. You tell yourself, I should be doing something productive. Well, what if I told you that leaning into that urge to rest could actually help you live a longer, healthier life? In fact, science says so. Today, we're talking about something near and dear to all of us, the art of the perfect nap. And no, this isn't about lazy afternoons or wasting time. This is about strategic rest, the kind that sharpens your mind, lifts your mood, and even adds years to your life. I always share 4 simple rules to make your daytime sleep work for you, not against you. So grab your favorite blanket, settle into your chair, and let's dive in now. Before we get to the fair, how, let's talk about the why. You might have heard that napping can make you groggy or mess up your nighttime sleep. And that's true if you do it wrong. But when done right, a nap is like hitting the reset button. Take my neighbor Margie. She's 78, tends her garden every morning, and still volunteers at the library twice a week. Her secret, a 20-minute power nap after lunch. She swears it keeps her sharp as a tack. And guess what? A big study from Greece followed thousands of seniors and found that those who napped regularly had a 37% lower risk of heart disease. 37%? That's not just a coincidence. So, how do you nap like Margie? Let's start with the first rule, and this one's a game changer. Rule #1, time it like a pro. Napping isn't a one-size-fits-all affair. Too short, and you might not feel refreshed. Too long, and you'll wake up groggier than a bear in January. The sweet spot, 20 to 30 minutes. That's just enough time to recharge your brain without diving into deep sleep. Think of it like a coffee break, but better. Here's why it works. When you drift off, your brain cycles through different stages of sleep. Those first 20 minutes, you're in what's called light sleep, easy to wake from, but still restorative. Go longer, and you'll sink into deeper stages. Wake up mid-cycle, and you'll feel like you're swimming through molasses. Trust me, I learned this the hard way after a quick nap turned into a 2-hour coma last Thanksgiving. Timing also matters. When you nap, till 1 and 3 p.m. Say, between 1 and 3 p.m. That way, you're honoring your body's natural dip in energy of the post-lunch slump without stealing sleep from your nighttime rest. Oh, and set an alarm. I know, alarms are for mornings, but here's a tip. Use a gentle sound, like wind chimes or soft piano music. It'll ease you awake instead of jolting you like a fire alarm. Now, let's talk about rule #2. Create your sleep sanctuary. You wouldn't try to sleep at night with the TV blaring and lights glaring, right? Daytime naps deserve the same respect. Your environment matters a lot. First, find your spot. Maybe it's your recliner, the couch, or even a padded porch swing. The key, make sure it's comfortable, but not too cozy. Avoid your bed if you can. It's easy to lose track of time and slip into a full sleep cycle. My Aunt Edna used to nap in her armchair with a crossword puzzle in her lap. She knew, way, son. Next, dim the lights or throw on an eye mask. Darkness signals to your brain that it's time to rest. If noise is an issue, might be the grandkids are playing outside, or the neighbor's dog is auditioning for American Idol. Try earplugs, or a white dogs, or a white noise machine. I've got a little tabletop fountain in my living room. The sound of trickling water works like a charm. And don't forget the temperature. A slightly cool room, around 65, 68 degree F, is ideal. Keep a light blanket nearby, not just for warmth, But for that sense of coziness, it's like giving yourself a hug before you drift off. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. All this fuss for a nap. But here's the thing. Small tweaks can turn a mediocre nap into a supercharged one. Margie didn't become a napping pro overnight. She experimented with what worked for her. Might be you'll start with 15 minutes in your favorite chair. Or might be you'll invest in a heavenly eye mask. Either way, you're giving your body the gift of renewal. And guess what? We're just getting started. There are 2 more rules that'll take your naps from good to golden. Rules that tackle the sneaky pitfalls you might not even realize are sabotaging your rest. But we'll save those for next time. For now, try timing your nap and crafting your perfect sleep sanctuary. Let me know how it goes in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. Remember, friends, life isn't a race. Sometimes, slowing down is the secret to going further. There's a saying I love. Rest is not idle. It is the quiet engine of renewal. And isn't that the truth? But here's the thing. Even the best engines need a little tuning. That's where our next 2 rules come in. These are the ones that'll help you dodge the hidden traps of napping. The ones that can turn a good idea into a groggy, grumpy mess. Let's get into it. Rule #3. Don't fight the aftermath. Work with it. Ever wake up from a nap feeling like you've been hit by a truck? Might be your head's foggy, your body's sluggish, and you're wondering, why did I even bother? I've been there too. But here's the kicker. That grogginess, it's called sleep inertia, isn't your fault. It just means you needed a better exit strategy from your nap. Let me explain. When you wake up, your brain isn't a light switch. It's more like a dimmer. You've got to ease it back to brightness. Here's what works. Give yourself 5-10 minutes to transition. Stretch your arms. Take a few deep breaths or sip a glass of water. My Uncle Frank used to keep a damp washcloth by his chair. He had his face after a nap, and say it shocked him back to the land of the living. And you know what? Science backs him up. A study in a journal of sleep research found that a quick splash of cool water, or even a brisk walk around the room, can jolt your system awake gently. Another trick. Let there be light. Open the curtains or step outside for a breath of fresh air. Sunlight tells your brain, hey, it's time to get moving again. And if you're still dragging, try a small protein snack, a handful of almonds or a slice of cheese. It'll give you a steady energy boost without the sugar crash. Now, let's tackle the elephant in the room. Rule #4, nap with purpose, not guilt. I've heard it so many times. I feel lazy when I nap, or I should be doing something else. But here's the truth. Napping isn't a luxury. It's a tool, and tools only work if you use them without shame. Think of it this way. If your doctor told you to take a daily vitamin, you wouldn't call that lazy, would you? Well, consider your nap a vitamin for your brain and body. Studies show that short naps improve memory, lower stress hormones, and even boost creativity. In fact, NASA found that pilots who nap for 26 minutes improved their performance by 34%. Now, I'm not saying you're flying a plane, but wouldn't it be nice to tackle your crossword or grandkids with that kind of focus? The key is to own your nap. Schedule it like you would a doctor's appointment or a lunch date. Tell your family from 2 to 2:30, I'm off duty. Close the door, silence the phone, and let the world wait. You've earned this, and if guilt still creeps in, try reframing it. My friend Harold calls his naps recharge sessions. He'll say, I'm not sleeping, I'm upgrading my software. Humor helps, but so does results. Keep a little journal. Note how you feel before and after your nap. After a week, I bet you'll see a pattern. More patience, more energy, might be even a brighter mood. Now, before we wrap up today, let me share a story. Remember Margie, the gardening guru from part 1? She didn't just master the mechanics of napping. She mastered the mindset. One day, her grandson asked her, "Nana, why do you nap so much?" She smiled and said, "Because I've got too much living left to do, and I need the energy to keep up with you." That's the spirit, right? Napping isn't about slowing down. It's about gearing up for grandkids, hobbies, or even quiet moments with a good book. But here's the secret Margie taught me. The best naps aren't just about sleep. They're about balance, movement, drink water, connect with people you love. All these pieces fit together like a puzzle. Next time, we'll tie it all up. How to listen to your body's signals, adjust your routine as needed, and turn these 4 rules into a seamless part of your day. But for now, try waking up gently and banishing that guilt. Let me know how it goes. And if you've got a recharge session story, drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Time, but enhance it. There's a rhythm to life, isn't there? Mornings for coffee, afternoons for puttering in the garden, evenings for stories with loved ones, and nestled right in the middle, a little pocket of peace, a nap, but not just any nap, the kind that leaves you feeling like you've borrowed a few extra hours from the day. Over the last 2 parts, we've talked about the how and the why behind perfect daytime sleep. Let's tie it all together and talk about the joy of it. You see, napping the eyes isn't just about closing your eyes. It's about opening up to a life that's fuller, brighter, and yes, even longer. Those 4 rules we covered, they're like ingredients in a favorite recipe. When you end wake up and that guilt-free mindset, you create something magical. Take my friend, Carl. He's 82, a retired teacher, and until last year, he'd scoff at the idea of napping. Sleep is for nighttime. But after his doctor mentioned that afternoon rest could ease his arthritis stiffness, he gave it a shot. His recliner, a timer set, and his old college radio playing softly. At first, he'd grumble, "This is silly." But then, something shifted. He noticed his evenings felt less achy. He jokes that his nap is his daily meeting with the Sandman, and his only regret, not starting sooner. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I try all this and still can't nap? Maybe you've got a busy household, or your mind just won't quiet down. That's okay. Let's talk about that. First, if sleep doesn't come, don't force it. Even lying still with your eyes closed for 10 minutes can lower your heart rate and reduce stress. Think of it as quiet time instead of sleep time. My Aunt Ruth used to call this her Zen minutes. No pressure, just peace. Second, adapt the rules to fit your life. If your grandkids visit every afternoon at 3, maybe your nap happens at 4. If you're a light sleeper, try a noise machine with rain sounds. Goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Remember Margie, our gardening guru? Some days, her sanctuary is a lawn chair under her peach tree. Other days, it's her car while she waits for her grandkids' soccer practice to end. She makes it work, and so can you. Here's my challenge to you. For the next week, treat your nap like an experiment. Keep a little log, nothing fancy. Jot down the time, how you felt before and after, even the weather. You'll start to see patterns. Maybe one difference. Leaves you happier than 20. Beforehand helps you unwind. This isn't about rule, it's about you. And if life gets in the way, that's alright. Miss a day, no guilt. Remember rule hash 4. This is a tool, not a test. Some days your best nap might be a 5-minute headdress at a red light. Other days, it's a full 30 minutes of bliss. Both count, both matter, both matter. So, let's recap, not with a list, but with a vision. Imagine your perfect day. You rise with purpose, savor your morning, then honor your body's need for renewal with a nap that's just right. You wake up gently, might be with a stretch or a sip of water, ready to embrace the rest of water. Your day, whether that's beating the grandkids at cards, losing yourself in a novel, or simply watching the clouds drift by, that's the power of perfect daytime sleep. It's not about adding years to your life, though the science says you might. It's about adding life to your years now. I'd love to hear from you. Did you try napping with an alarm? Did your Zen minutes turn into real sleep? Share your stories below. The triumphs, the funny mishaps, even the I still can believe this works moments. This isn't just my channel. It's ours. A place to learn, laugh, and lift each other up. If you found this helpful, do me a favor. Tap that like button. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. It's completely free. And it lets me keep making videos that help us all live our best lives, one nap at a time. And remember, friends, growing older isn't about slowing down, about knowing when to pause, so you can keep dancing through life.